What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we have a story time of this kid who thinks that when you get the Grimace shake from McDonald's, you know, that recent viral trend of people getting this new thing called the Grimace shake, and then shortly after the Grimace monster comes and like basically eats them alive or whatever, or some kind of crazy demise. This kid in today's story time actually thinks that is true, and all of his friends are able to prank him pretty hard with it. This is a pretty hilarious story that I know that you'll enjoy, so sit back, relax, subscribe if you're new and like stories, leave a like on the video to claim your free nothing. Limited time, by the way, so leave a like on the video. That all being said, let's just jump right into it. So anyways, right, the subscriber who submitted this story, we're going to call him Dylan. So anyways, right, Dylan had this kid in his class who we are going to call Ben. So Ben was a little bit more, I don't know, susceptible to pranks or whatever, and he definitely believed a lot more stuff that he saw on the internet. So just for a quick recap, if anyone doesn't know, McDonald's recently came out with this thing called the Grimace shake. Grimace basically is this like this purple monster or whatever, and the whole thing is like not allegedly, it's not true, by the way. There's all these videos of people trying the Grimace shake and then being like found dead or something like later on or whatever. And it's pretty funny. But basically, right, so the subscriber, Dylan, we're gonna call him Dylan. Sorry if I call him something else, I'm sometimes bad with these names. Anyways, right, Dylan had one day, he was just chilling in class. Dylan was in third grade, by the way. So he's chilling in his third grade class or whatever. And that's when his friend Ben comes up to him. And anyway, so Dylan, who's sitting at the class, kind of looks over and he sees that Ben is coming up to him. And normally Ben is, just very calmly comes up, is like, "What's up, bro?" They are friends, so he wasn't like unexpected to see him walking up to him. But anyways, right, so sure enough, Ben walks up to him, but he looks terrified. Ben has a look of pure terror on his face. Yeah, so obviously, right, at this point, Dylan's like, "Bro, what's good? What's wrong with you? Like, is everything all right?" Because very clearly, Ben had basically acted like he saw a ghost or something. So Ben sits down next to him. His face is pale. He's like just very clearly out of it. And once again, Dylan reiterates, "Bro, are you chilling? Are you good? Is everything all right with you, bro? Because you do not seem all right now." You know what I mean? So yeah, eventually Ben turns to him and says, "Dude, something really serious is going on." So immediately Dylan kind of cleans up a little bit, gets prepared to hear some news like, I don't know, Ben's dog is sick, or maybe Ben's family's moving, so he's going to lose his friend or whatever. A lot of serious, right? More serious than the average conversation. And that's when Ben says, "Bro, have you heard of this new Grimace shake?" And Dylan's like, "Is this the serious conversation, bro? We really talking about McDonald's new shake? That's our serious conversation? This is really the thing that's going to be, I don't know, make or break right now? Is the Grimace shake from McDonald's, bro? Are you serious right now?" Anyways though. So yeah, sure enough, right, the subscriber Dylan is kind of just like, yes, I guess, because I don't know, it's been everywhere. Honestly, it'd be pretty funny if McDonald's themselves were making all these scary promotional videos or paying people to do it, and it kind of just caught on, because I think it's like organic promotion. Like, I think the people just did it and just happened to blow up. But like, I personally wouldn't have known about the Grimace shake without all these people making these videos about it. So low-key, McDonald's like kind of lucked out with this. And if someone on the McDonald's marketing team secretly is behind this, then bro, all I'm saying is they need a massive raise ASAP, baby. Anyways, right, so yeah, sure enough, Dylan at this point, Dylan's a little mischievous. He's a little bit of a trickster. So, at least he's admitting it, guys. At least he's admitting that he's kind of up to no good. But anyways, Dylan decides to play along and says, "No, man, tell me about this." So anyways, Ben is like, "Dude, it's crazy. Like, I was on TikTok earlier, I saw this video of this guy going to McDonald's, and he was getting a Grimace shake. And I was like, oh, that looks pretty good. I mean, it's the Grimace shake looks pretty good. But then, dude, I saw the video, and literally, the Grimace came and ate him. Well, what the freak? I think the McDonald's near us probably has it. That's a massive safety risk, bro. We need to contact the mayor. We need to contact the president. We need to contact the Illuminati overlords. We need to contact everyone right now, ASAP." So at this point, Dylan Right, Dylan's a little bit of a jerk for what he's going to do. But hey man, it makes a good story, so I can't endorse scaring your friends like this. But at least this was low-key a harmless prank. So Dylan knows about the Grimace Shake, by the way. He knows that it's just kind of a silly internet meme. Think about all the stories I've told of these kids who think the back rooms are real, think that, Five Nights at Freddy's and the character in that and those stories are real. Like, sometimes you see something on the... Guys, by the way, not everything on the internet is 100% truth. Spoiler. You know what I mean? But anyways, Dylan was like, oh man, that's really serious, bro. Can you show me some of the videos? So anyways, right, sure enough, Ben goes out, takes out his phone, has to very sneakily show it because you're not allowed to have phones in class, pulls out his phone, pulls out a video of one of those Grimace Shake videos. I'm sure if you look up on Instagram Reels or TikTok or anything, by the way, follow me on all those platforms at Connor Pugs. Anyways, you can look it up and it's a video basically. Someone will go in and a video of them trying the Grimace Shake, which is just a thing from McDonald's. And then this thing, this character Grimace or whatever, basically eats them or kills them in some kind of interesting way. At low-key, the lore is kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. Whoever came up with that idea was kind of genius AF because it's actually pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie. I've definitely found myself sitting down and listening to some of these or watching some of these videos for probably a bit longer than I should. Yeah, so anyways, right, class begins and Dylan is just sitting there mischievously rubbing his hands together thinking to himself, oh man, I just basically got a free prank on my friend right now. So yeah, basically Dylan was just scheming the entire class. He was sitting there thinking to himself, okay bro, how am I going to completely troll my friend today? So yeah, after class, Dylan goes during a free period, finds his other friends. And look, they're all friends with Ben. And they mess with Ben. They think he's a cool kid. They like him, right? They're all friends together. But look, my friends play pranks on me. I sometimes play pranks on my friends. This was all done in good fun. So please, if you're going to play a prank on your friend, make sure it is done in good fun and kind of make sure that they're maybe not in on it, but you don't take it too far or make it too serious. Anyways, though, so Dylan sits down with his friends and explains what happened. He basically said, look, you know how Ben kind of believes anything he sees on the internet? Well, Ben saw the Grimace Shake, and he totally believes it. He thinks it's 100% true. He thinks that it's actually real, and I think we can prank him today. So basically, there's the thing that they do on Fridays. So today was a Friday, by the way, when this story happened, and they were all sitting there. And normally on a Friday, what they would do is they would all get together and the moms of all their friends would kind of let them wander out after school instead of going back home. So basically, school day ends normally and they're walking back home. But on a Friday, they're allowed to get together as long as they're in a group together and at least one of them has a phone on them to have communication at all time. They're actually allowed to walk to wherever they want to go. So for example, sometimes they would walk to the mall, which is nearby. Sometimes they'd walk to the park, which is nearby. Sometimes they would all walk to one of their houses to play some video games or something if it's nearby. But also, there is a McDonald's nearby. So basically, their plan was to tell Ben, basically, that they're going to the mall or something, and to more or less distract him while walking to the McDonald's. And by the time they get to the McDonald's, one of them in the group would have already ran ahead, ordered the Grimace Shake, and would have already been slurping it by the time they get there. So Ben thinks they're all going to get ripped to pieces by the Grimace monster. See, not the nicest prank ever, but also it's not that deep. Yeah, so anyways, school bell eventually rings a couple hours later or whatever, and they all meet up together. So there's some kid who we're going to call Justin. He's the one who runs up and is going to get the Grimace Shake. So Justin is not there when they meet up. So Ben actually says something like, yo, boy, should we wait for Justin? And very quickly, Dylan is like, hey man, Justin's actually, we'll meet up with him later. He said he had to go do something, but don't worry, bro, we're not leaving him. It's definitely good to make sure you're not leaving your friends behind, especially if, I don't know, it's just good to stick with your friends. Anyways, though, so they're all walking together, and all of them are very, very intensely in conversation. So they tell Ben that they're going to the mall. So then they're not going to be walking to the mall. Here's the thing, too. A lot of people, they go to, one of four spots every single Friday. They go to the mall, they go to the park, they go to the McDonald's / the food court, because there's a few other places there. Or they take a certain turn that brings them down to the residential side where all of them live. So they do that every single day, meaning that, Ben is going to realize if they're going to the mall, I'm doing air quotes, I forgot this is just audio. They're going to the mall with air quotes, right? And then they start moving towards the McDonald's food court type section. So they have to they have to keep them in conversation. So they're basically like, yo, like, Ben, how's it going with, we'll call this girl Caroline, right? By the way, little fun fact for you guys, a little Easter egg. Sometimes, not now, but sometimes if you hear a girl's name being used again and again and again, that normally is correlated with when a girl appears in my life. I'm not going to lie. I had a little Easter egg for that. Name Caroline is no longer relevant in my life. But if you go back to like January, February, March of this year, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. This is way off topic. I should not be telling you this at all because then you're going to go back. Sometimes I use the names of close friends, but sometimes, you know what I mean? If you hear a name used again and again and again, then you never hear it again, you already know what happened there. Anyways, though, we'll call this girl Caroline for throwback to January, February's sake. So anyways, this girl Caroline, Ben is interested in, and he was talking with her today. So all the boys were basically like, quote unquote, hyping him up, and they weren't quote unquote hyping him up. They do genuinely want the best for him with this girl he's interested in. But also they were very intent on making sure that Ben was mad distracted so that he wouldn't know that they were going to the McDonald's because they said to everyone that they were they said to Ben that they were going to the mall. It worked seamlessly, by the way. Ben had no idea what was going on at all. It was perfect. So they're basically walking towards the McDonald's, and you have to realize that they have one of 4 routes they go every single day, and they are in opposite directions, right? Okay, I don't know if it's 4 opposite directions, but they're very, very different paths. So if Ben, for 1 second, was to kind of space out of the conversation and pay attention to where they were walking, he was going to realize something was up. But they all did a perfect job of making sure that Ben was completely infatuated in the conversation until it was too late. So sure enough, eventually they turn the corner and they're near McDonald's. And that's when Ben kind of snaps into it and is like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, why are we here? And at this point, right, they're not smiling, right? Because they can't give it away. But they're like, must have made a wrong turn or something. You want to get some McDonald's. And Ben's like, wait, McDonald's? And kind of like, do you remember, I don't know if you guys ever watched SpongeBob. OG episode. There's this guy, it's like, chocolate. If you know the episode, you know the episode. Comment down below if you know that episode. Anyways, though, so yeah, sure enough, right, the subscriber is just like, Dylan is like, all right, everything's going to plan. And sure enough, Justin, the kid that they sent all the way to McDonald's to get the Grimace shake, was walking towards them, slurping a Grimace shake. And Dylan turns to look at Ben, and Ben's face is pale as if he just saw a frickin' ghost. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, what I want you to do is comment shake down below. That'll be the secret word of the day, and only people who made it this far into the video will know to comment shake. So go ahead and comment that down below, and then you can also see who else in the comment section is in on kind of our secret club. People who didn't click off after 2 seconds. Shout out to you guys. And also, if you want to submit a story, all you have to do is go to Instagram, look up Connor Pugs, and then DM me. You got to be following me on there to actually send me a message, so make sure to go ahead and do that. Then also maybe leave a like on some of my recent or pinned photos. I would appreciate that. And in a couple weeks, I'll be doing another shout out / chatting with you guys competitions. And you got to be following me on Instagram to enter that. Anyways, so with that being said, with all that being said, let's just get right back into the story. And let's see how Ben reacts to thinking that he's about to be consumed by the Grimace monster. Let's go. Anyways, so let's get back to it. Remember, Dylan and his friends have brought Ben, and Ben has no idea that they're going to the McDonald's. He thinks that they're going to the mall. The friend Justin ran ahead and already bought a Grimace shake, so by the time that Ben realizes what is going on, Justin is approaching him with a Grimace shake, already drinking it. So Ben, his face white with terror, turns to Dylan and says, "Bro, is that a Grimace shake?" And Dylan's like, "Oh, is it?" And they all turn. They're all like standing around Ben at this point. And Ben's like, "I gotta get out of here. Justin, no, Justin, no, you don't know what you just did. You don't know what you just did. Grimace is gonna get you. No, Justin, no, Grimace. Oh my God. So very quickly, Ben takes out his phone and he like pulls up the video. He's like, guys, Grimace is coming. Grimace is gonna come. He's gonna eat us or crush us or kick us in the face. Grimace. Starts like hyperventilating. Dylan's like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think Grimace is coming. And Ben's like, dude, Grimace is going to whip your freaking face off, bro. You don't freaking understand what Grimace does to people. Do you not see these videos? And at this point, Justin's like, takes another sip of the Grimace shake, but kind of slurps it. He's like, you know how you can like very obnoxiously drink a drink? He's basically trying to be as obnoxious while drinking it just to be annoying. And at this point, Ben is like, stop drinking the Grimace shake, and literally slaps this, like basically punches the Grimace shake out of his hand. It flies everywhere. And Justin's like, I don't even know if that's enough. I think if you take one sip of the Grimace shake, Grimace will actually just destroy you, bro. Like, I don't know what to say. Wait a minute. No, there's a pause. And at this point, Ben is like, wait a minute. Wait, does Grimace, does Grimace come after the people who are friends with someone who drinks the Grimace shake? And turns to Dylan. And at this point, Dylan is like trying to hold in his laughter, but he has to do a final troll. And Dylan's like, yeah, bro, I think so. So basically, Ben just asked, does the Grimace monster come after people who are with people who drink the Grimace shake? And Dylan's like, yes. So at this point, Ben's like, turns around and sprints back. Yeah, so at this point, after Ben has ran away, all the friends are kind of sitting around laughing a little bit. And then they're like, okay, someone's got to actually go check in on Ben and make sure he's chilling. Because who even knows, what Ben is up to at this point? He just ran back home. So they kind of realize that Ben has probably ran back home. He's probably crying. He's probably freaking out. And they're like, okay, maybe we went a little bit too far. So they walk back to Ben's house. And they go to Ben's house, right? And they're walking there. And something really weird is up. They see this trail of like purple ooze following, like coming out of the woods and going into Ben's house. They follow the trail of purple ooze and it leads up to the kitchen door, which is wide open. Normally people lock their doors, right? They close their doors. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the day, it's safety reasons. The door is wide open and there's a trail of purple slime going in there. So they very cautiously walk into Ben's house. And the whole place is a mess. There's just like purple goo stuff like dripping from the ceiling. And there's furniture flipped over and all of that. And they hear this weird noise coming from the living room. So they walk over to the living room. Very quiet. They're all freaking out, right? They have no idea what this is. So they're walking over to the living room. And they see Ben laying there, face down in a puddle of purple slime. They're just like, what? And they hear this kind of creaking noise, as if someone is like there, right? That there's something. It's not just it's not an old house. It creaks, like something's there. So Dylan turns, and he sees the Grimace.